It's late. The world is quieter now. Tonight, we're not just telling a story. We're stepping into a moment in history when everything could have changed. This is Midnight War Stories, and this is what happened when the world stood on the edge. Let's go back slowly. October 1962. The air was colder than usual, but no one really noticed. In Washington, D.C., the days felt normal. Cars moved, people went to work, radios played familiar songs. And yet, something had already changed. High above the clouds, a U-2 spy plane drifted silently over the island of Cuba. The pilot didn't hear anything unusual, but the camera did. Below, hidden between trees and fields, were shapes that didn't belong. Long, narrow, unmistakable. Missile sites. Soviet missile sites. And in that quiet moment, the world shifted without making a sound. When the photos reached Washington, they were studied in silence. No one spoke at first, because everyone in that room understood the same thing. These missiles could reach American cities in minutes. New York, Washington, maybe even further. And if they were launched, there would be no time to react. Just light. And then, nothing. President John F. Kennedy was shown the images. He didn't panic, he didn't raise his voice. But the weight of the moment settled in the room. This wasn't just a military problem anymore. This was the edge of something much larger. For days, the world didn't know. Meetings were held behind closed doors. Voices stayed low. Options were discussed. Airstrikes, invasion, or something slower, something uncertain, a blockade. Ships would surround Cuba, nothing in, nothing out. It sounded simple, but it wasn't. Because out on the ocean, Soviet ships were already moving, and no one knew what would happen when they met. The Atlantic Ocean, wide, quiet, endless. And somewhere out there, two superpowers were slowly moving toward each other. American ships waited. Soviet ships approached. Orders had been given, but no one had ever tested them in a moment like this. Should they stop the ships? Should they fire warning shots? Or should they wait? For a long moment, nothing happened. Just waves, wind, engines humming in the distance, and then something unexpected. The Soviet ships slowed down. Some turned back. Not all of them, but enough to change the feeling in the air. Still, the missiles in Cuba remained. Days passed. Slowly, tension didn't explode. It built quietly. Messages moved between Washington and Moscow. Careful words, measured sentences, trying to avoid saying the wrong thing, because the wrong word at the wrong time could become something irreversible. And then, the closest moment came. A U.S. reconnaissance plane was shot down over Cuba. The pilot didn't survive. Suddenly, everything felt fragile, like a line stretched too tight. One more pull, and it would snap. That night, decisions had to be made, not loudly, not dramatically, but carefully. President Kennedy chose not to strike immediately. Instead, he waited, and somewhere far away, in Moscow, Nikita Khrushchev was also thinking. Two leaders on opposite sides of the world, both understanding what would happen if they were wrong. Letters were sent, one message, then another. Not threats, but something else, a way out. And then, quietly against Soviets, it began to end. The Soviet Union agreed to remove the missiles from Cuba. In return, the United States made its own promises. Not all of them were public, but they mattered. The ships turned away, the missiles were dismantled. And slowly, the tension faded. Not completely, but enough. And then, just like that, it was over. Not with a single moment, but with silence, distance, and time. The Cold War didn't end in one night, but somehow world stepped back, and most people never knew how close it came. This has been Midnight War Stories. Get some rest. I'll see you in the next story.
Yeah, I'm okay with getting back.
Это не связано с твоим ударом, я вот хочу понять.
béo em muốn
chương trình giáo dục học sinh xin phép
Hồ Gươm với hình ảnh tháp rùa in bóng xuống mặt hồ quanh năm xanh thẳm, với cây cầu thuê sơn màu đỏ son dẫn vào đảo ngọc, chính là nắng hoa giữa lòng thủ đô, là trái tim của cả nước. Khi đặt chân tới thăm nơi này, ta bắt gặp một quần thể kiến trúc hài hòa tương xứng, những nét xây dựng triển tô của con người đặt trong cảnh ý trời nước thiên nhiên thật khéo. Đó chính là di tích.
Để bọn mình đỡ phải đi bộ chật kìa.
đứa con đang được đi học
Chứ ai mà nói không
gì để xem ảnh
mà hôm
năm hôm nay là 18
thôi
Cái tiền tổng forme de
Tôi thấy Hồ Gươm
But the thing is, you know what? The paperwork, they want to know your mother's birthday, all sorts of nonsense on your visa. And then the process takes so long. So if I want to bring it in India, he's not even sure that he can give you a visa. Buy the ticket for the visa.
Cái phổi mà chỉ có quay ngang thôi.
아니 몇 사셨다고?
10분을
Fino. We don't want to give it that home. Treo mà nhưng mà treo thì vui.
Em bảo là ra dọn cho anh là đúng mà. Ồ mắt luôn. Cơ mô thi đảm bảo đó.
chơi thôi.